Hi there, today I'd like to take a look at this product. Kind of have a love-hate relationship with this thing. Okay, let me start with the basics. It's about 7 1/8 inches. This way it's a square or a diamond. I'm assuming it's kind of meant to be as a diamond because this is your hand piece and it comes out this way. But, you know, so over here it's a little bit confusing, kind of, and sometimes it gets all wonky and it doesn't work right. But I found that if it does that, then you do have to just reset it. And how you reset it is you just unplug it either from here or from the wall. You just unplug it and wait for that red light to go away. So that would mean that all of the electricity has left the building. And then you just plug it back in, or you can wait a little bit longer, but you can plug it back in, and then you got the red light. Now, while this is still in there, first you have to turn on the base. So you turn that on, and then you'll see now it's a green light. So now this thing is on, and then you choose your setting. So I'm just going to choose the smallest, the lowest setting right now, but you just cycle through, see the light? Cycle through the setting. Okay, so I'm going to use the lowest, and then here it's going to tell you, I guess it's blinking because it's ready. Now here, right now, this thing, you can hear a fan going. That's all this. Listen when I turn this one on. There's a fan in here too. I'm not sure if that's coming out on video, but this is what this looks like. Now this one is on, and you can see this is a steady blue light. This thing is about 4.5 inches long and a little over 2 5/8 inches wide. Oh, this thing just turned off again, and now it's blinking. It's in standby. This is about 1 1/8 inches. And this, from the ground, this is about a little under 2 inches tall. I'll show you here. Here's all this info back here, okay? It's got little silicone feet and stuff. So it's really nicely made, and it looks great. Okay, so the blinking blue means standby. It's on the lowest setting, and now you're ready to use it. If you don't like electricity, you might not like this. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on, and you got to make sure that you've showered, it's clean, and you've shaved already. So you see these metal contacts, and then there's a light bulb in there. You just set it down, and can you see the flashing? Actually, you know what? Let me turn off the light here. Okay, I'm going to turn it up higher now to the next setting. So basically, you just want to hold this down, and every time it snaps, then you're going to move to the next spot. I'm going to change the setting here. Oh, you can't change the setting until this thing is in, I think. See, it won't let me choose another setting, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. And this is what I mean. I'm not sure if I didn't read the directions correctly or what, but it's just kind of weird sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to choose the medium setting, and I'm going to turn it on. When you turn it on, you'll hear the fan, and this will be steady blue. Okay, and when it does that, it doesn't hurt, but there's a bright flash of light, and there is heat. And after a while, even though there's a fan in there, it will heat up quite a bit, and it's pretty hot. So then you can let it cool down. All right, so now I just pushed it again, and now it let me switch over to the highest setting. I'll show you the highest setting. And the highest setting can actually sting a little bit. So this is basically what you do. You can either slide, I guess, or lift it, but I found that it doesn't quite slide very well. So I kind of do lift a little bit as I go. Now you'll see that this is going to take a long time to cover. Oh, right there, it did sting a little bit when it zapped. It's kind of like, I'm not sure. I don't know, it's just kind of scary when it does. So it has to touch two contacts. Trying to see if I can show you. It won't do it. I'm not able to trick it. There. So, and then I think when it gets too hot or something, then it just shuts off. Because now you can see it's not even blue, but this is still on. So let me see, I'm gonna turn this. And this thing stopped. So that wasn't very long until it did that. But now I'm gonna turn it back on. And like I said, I don't know if mine is just broken or it's just funky like this, but there seems to be heat involved, electricity zapping involved, and it's just kind of weird. Now, I would think that if this doesn't feel hot, and I've used it for longer than that before, it just shut off like that. So I'm not sure why it did that. Maybe because I was messing with it and it was sensing that I was messing with it. So it got mad and shut off. But this time I was able to just turn it right back on. Sometimes you have to let it unplug it, like I showed you earlier, and let it reset. So when I first got this was actually kind of scary because sometimes it hurt, especially if it was in a sensitive spot, and the zapping and the light was just really intense. But I also have sensory issues, and I don't like getting electrocuted. I have a thing about electricity, so maybe that was it as well. But you just go like that, and you gotta use it like a lot before you can even see any results. And I gotta admit, I haven't been consistent enough with this to really say that I've had really great results. Now, when I'm doing my hand right now, there's some spots that I can feel the electricity zap down, and it does sting. But that's also my hand. In the meaty parts, then it's not that bad. But now it's starting to feel a little bit hot. And I think I pretty much covered this arm. So then you just do the other arm. So it's kind of a pain to use because you gotta, you gotta take a shower, you gotta be clean, you gotta shave, and then you gotta sit down and have the time to do this over all the body parts that you want to be hairless. So there you go. Hope that helps. This is comfortable. You can see there's a little thing here so you can grip. So you can kind of hold it. But I mean, it's kind of big to really grip all the way around. And it is a square without, it's got sharpish edges. But, so there you go. I hope this helps. If there are any questions, go ahead and leave them for me in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.